Okay, in this program, I'm going to demonstrate how to use an output file. So we're used to sending our output to the console, right? So we know what a cout statement does. That will just send this string, now writing data to the file. It'll send that to the output console. So you know what that does. Now we're going to talk about sending information to a file. So a few steps. You need to include this library, fstream. This is used with files. We need to declare an output file stream variable. Just like when you declare integers like int x, ofstream is a data type. It represents an output file. And output file is a variable name. So I've called this output file, but you can call it any valid identifier. So we declare the output file stream variable, and then we need to open the file. And what opening the file does is it associates this file name, demofile.txt, with this variable name in my program. We're just going to be working with text files. Those are probably the most common way to, common file types for input and output files, and you can use, other types, but this is really the easiest way, and that's what we'll be using in our course. So once that's open, we can send our output to this file. So this is going to send this string to this file right here. And then it's going to send this string and this string. It's going to send 4 strings to the file. And then it's good practice to close your file. That's the syntax to close the output file. Technically, if you don't close it, it will close when your program ends, but you really should do that. And then here you can see, you're going to see out this message done. So we have some of our output going to the screen, right? This and this, oops, down here. Okay, and then we have some going to the file. Now it's important to know where our files are stored. So this is the name of my file, and I have this on my desktop. I have a folder called CPS 120 files, and I'll show you that in a second. But the reason that it's important is that your output file or your text file is going to go to that same folder by default. So I'm going to just run my program. Okay, here's the thing that we're in the cout statements now, writing to the file and then done. And then I'm going to close this. But now I need to open my file, my text file, so I can see what's in it. So I'm going to do this, file open. And here's my folder. You can see CPS 120 files. Here's my source file that I'm working with here, program 5-16, right, .cpp. This is the executable file that gets created, right, where you can run your program. And here is my output file. That got created for me, demofile.txt. So if I open that, you'll see a new tab, and there is my output, okay? If I come out here and let's say that I want to, change something. Okay, well, that's a little ambitious of me to add my name to that list, but just as an example. And I run the program again. Now you'll see I've got 2 tabs here, the file, the output file and my source file. So when I run it again, I'm going to get this message, demofile.txt has changed. You want to reload it from the disk, and I'm just going to say yes, and all that's going to do is reload what's happening in my tab, and now you can see Sorrentino is at the end. So output files are relatively simple. You can send information to the file. The file is going to go right where your source file is, same location. You should be using the .txt extension. You can open it up in a tab, just do file open, and then you can see what's inside of it. If you run the program more than once, it will just, well, the first time you write it, it creates the output file and puts it out there for you. The next time you run it, it's just going to write over the top of that file that exists. So that's important to know. There are all kinds of advanced things that you can do with files, like you can append to the end of a file and do all kinds of things. But this is the scope of what we'll be doing in our class right now.